Welcome back to ASMR Time with Kels. Today we are going to explore a Disney outlet. So I started off at the front of the store where they usually have items that are normal price and just new. So this orange or fruit Mickey collection, this is probably something that is in the parks right now. I'm showing you the prices, but there's no deals here because it's literally just full price items. So if you were to go on Shop Disney right now or to go to Disneyland or Disney World right now, you would probably see these there. So we've got a drink cup, we've got some corn on the cob monorail holders. I thought these were very cute. I wouldn't spend that much money for them, but if they end up on sale at the outlet later, which they tend to do, like the sale stuff tends to be stuff that's like a season behind, I might get those later. Then we have some summer plush characters. Got the Winnie the Pooh characters like they're about to go swimming. I believe these are on the Shop Disney or the Disney Store website. The $17.99, these are not on sale because they're new items. And from the new section, I moved to the May the 4th, the Mandalorian section. So the May the 4th key is now $10 with any purchase. I remember when these keys were a big deal when they first came out. I don't know if people still collect them. I haven't heard from key collectors in a while. So it's only about a $5 savings, and maybe not even a savings because it's now with any purchase. But if you were interested in the May the 4th key, they still have a lot of them. Then we have a Grogu plush. I feel like the plush in the merchandise of Grogu, they never quite get the cuteness right. He always looks a little creepy in the merch. Then we have a kid's Grogu costume. And we have a kid's Mandalorian costume. And then we have a Lego set that's based off of the opening kind of moments of the movie. So not a spoiler because the sequence is something that happens right away. I was trying to avoid getting people in the shots. You might see some weird camera angles. I didn't get a whole lot of video because it was pretty crowded, but I did my best. So this is the Stony Clover Lane clearance section, which it's a very expensive brand and it's a partnership with Disney. So even on clearance, I feel like these items are way more than what I would want to pay for them. Because it just feels like a regular pouch. Like it's not even like leather or anything. That's just my opinion though. So this was the Toy Story collection that they did. So it's all just the cloud print from Andy's room, and then it has the Toy Story logo. So there was like a little makeup pouch, a little tiny purse, a backpack, and I tried to get the prices for all of the items, like $150 for what felt like just a regular backpack. Like I know that it's a name brand, but that still felt a lot. That's probably why there's still a lot of them at the outlet. And then there's like the like sling or crossbody or fanny pack or whatever you're calling them. And that was $100, which that was cute, but that's still a lot. And then we have the Small World collection from Stony Clover Lane. So this was like a varsity style jacket. It gets very warm where I live. I'm in Texas, so most of the year it's pretty warm. It's a Small World patch. So especially now when it's like 100 degrees outside, it's hard for me to think about jackets, which I know I could get it and just save it for later. That I feel like is more reasonably priced, like $42.98 for, it felt like a very well constructed, heavy, like varsity style jacket that I can justify a little more than the price of the bags. And then we have the Disneyland 70th. So I have been watching the Disneyland 70th merch for a long time, hoping that it would go on more of a clearance. My husband and I actually got married at the Disneyland Hotel last year, like right in the middle of the Disneyland 70th celebration. And so it has that special connection for us. I probably will end up getting the patch. I'm hoping that it might go down in price a little bit more, and it might, since there's still quite a lot of them left. And then there's like the sling or fanny pack or whatever you call these bags. I love the pattern and I love the colors for the Disneyland 70th. I'm just waiting to see if maybe it goes down in price a little bit more. Then we have these patches, adhesive patches. These might be cute to like put on, like get like your own tote bag and put them on, or if you're like a denim jacket kind of person, or even I've seen some people just take like a plain shirt or like plain tank top and put like a patch on it, like in the corner. So that might be cute. More Disneyland 70th bags. These are adorable. I just wish that they weren't so much. And then this Disneyland 70th like little travel pouch. This is so cute with Mickey and all the colors from the 70th. But again, because it's Stony Clover Lane, I'll show you the price in just a minute. Yeah, so we'll see. There's still a lot of items, so I feel like it's not an unpopular opinion that they're still really expensive, so maybe they'll go down further in price. So from here I went to the more heavily discounted section. So this sweatshirt, probably from Valentine's Day, is from Disneyland. So I'm panning across to show you like the cute design with all the characters. It's really glittery. And it is really cute. I debated getting it and then just kind of holding on to it until Valentine's Day season next year. It is on clearance for about, after tax, about $20, which is pretty, like, not bad for a sweatshirt, like a Disney sweatshirt. And then next to it, we have this bow with Stitch written on it and flowers. It's cute, but I decided not to get it. And then we have a Remy lug bag. I hadn't heard of Lug until recently, so I don't know very much about the brand. But we've got Remy on the front, and then on the back it says anyone can cook, and then they have one of those little plates that says Disney Parks Lug, kind of like the Disney Parks Loungefly. So there's a lot of those on the clearance section. And those are marked down to about $42. So a little bit of a discount, not a huge discount, but that's really cute if you like Ratatouille. Then we had an $11.98 wall. They pretty consistently have Disneyland and Disney World merch because we're in Texas. We're like right between the two parks. So things from both parks kind of find their way here pretty frequently. If I didn't have so many other crew neck sweatshirts from this very same section of the Disney outlet, I would have gotten that. The Monsters University like Argyle sweater. That's interesting. It's like a very collegiate vibe. And then earlier this year they had like the Disneyland and Disney World sweatshirts in the different colors with the character faces. So the Tigger one made it to the outlet. These were really popular, so that might be why it's not marked down as much. This puffer jacket was pretty cool. If I lived somewhere where it actually got cold, I might consider this. $34.98, and it was a really heavy jacket. And this shirt is really cute. It has all the characters on it, and it has the logos for a lot of the different rides. This is the Disneyland version, so it has the Matterhorn and we're gonna see that it has the Mickey's Fun Wheel or the Pixar Pal Around on it, but I have seen a Disney World version of it before. I think Disneyland is my favorite park because I'm originally from California, so that's the one that I associate more with Disney. And so that shirt was on sale for $22.98. If it had been like a little bit lower, I probably would have gotten it. An Avengers sweatshirt. Yeah, so I was born and raised in California, so Disneyland was my home park when I was a kid, and then I worked in guest relations at Walt Disney World for a while, so I have experience with both of the parks, but Disneyland still has a very special place in my heart. And $14.98 for that Avengers sweatshirt. That's pretty good for a Disney sweatshirt. This Jessie t-shirt, Toy Story 5, is coming out soon. I am kind of excited to see it. I know that people weren't excited about Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 kind of ended things so well. So, I'm not really sure about Toy Story 5, but the premise of like including tablets and technology and how that's going to pair with the toys, I like that premise. And we have Lizzie McGuire outfit repeater. Lizzie McGuire was a huge thing when I was a kid, so I love that that show is starting to get some merch. And then Ducks of Disney. I know this was a mystery pin bag that I saw when we were at Disneyland last fall, but I didn't realize that there was other merch for it. And then Goal. Goofy is a goalie, perfect for the World Cup, which is going to be coming up. So there's that design. This Spirit jersey I love. I normally don't get Spirit jerseys because they tend to be pretty expensive and I feel like they don't hold up well in the wash. But this one with the rhinestones that spell out Disneyland, this was so pretty. I ended up not getting it because I was worried that the rhinestones might come off in the wash, and even though it was on clearance, it's still $62, which is a bit expensive, but if it goes down in price anymore, I might get it and risk it because I thought that was really pretty. We have the cozy cone, some of those little plush things that you can hook onto a headband to make your own ears. There was a huge bin of these, and they were marked down to $9.98. And we have an Autotopia Harvey's bag. I don't like the style of the Harvey's bags, but I know a lot of people do, and that they tend to be pretty expensive, so seeing them at the outlet, that might be a good deal. Then they had some different styles of Loungeflies. So this one is like the canvas style with embroidery of Mickey, Minnie, and balloons, and this one was marked down to $48.98, which is pretty good for a Loungefly. And this next one, okay, I love the Grand Californian aesthetic, like that rustic kind of nature vibe. And so you would think that I would want to get the Loungefly, especially because, as we'll see, it's marked down to $30, which is like a really good deal for a Loungefly. But the shape is just weird. It feels and looks so much bigger than a regular Loungefly bag. It almost looks like a backpacking bag. And then finally we have back to the front of the store. So these are new items that are not on clearance, but this is like the Stitch summer collection. So there's an adult sweatshirt here. This bag charm is so cute. It's a little on the heavier side, but if it ever makes its way to the clearance, I probably will grab it. So it's Stitch holding hibiscus flowers. And then we've got Scrump sitting in a little, I think that's like a hat, a sun hat. And that's a bag charm as well. And we have these ears with Stitch and Angel. These are really cute. I like the pastel colors. And this plush, oh my gosh, he's adorable. Stitch licking a little ice cream cone. He's got a little sun hat on. His ears are down. I feel like I like merch where his ears are down better because it reminds me of a puppy. And this shirt, Aloha, with Stitch in his hula outfit. And they also had I think this is intended to be like the children's version of the adult version sweatshirt that I showed earlier. So the kids version is $44.99. And then I wasn't sure if I'd shown the price on the adult one, so that's $59.99. And again, none of the Stitch merch is on sale at the outlet. They do have a couple displays that are full price of just new items. So these would be things that you could find probably on the Disney Store website or in the parks right now. So Hana sweatshirt was nice, and it was like lightweight. So if you live somewhere where you just need a little bit of warmth, that might be a good option for you. It was really soft too. And $69.99. And we have a shirt with the same kind of design as the sweatshirt. And then this remote control Stitch on a surfboard. This was pretty cool. So I did a close-up look of him, and then self-riding, 360-degree spin. I was trying to find the price tag without moving the camera too much from the box because there were people on the other side of the display and I didn't want to get them in the shot. But yeah, so that's $34.99. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching.